Have you ever laid awake at night, mind racing with everything that could go wrong? Or felt that tight knot in your chest when plans fall apart or things feel completely out of your control? You're not alone. Anxiety is one of the most common mental health struggles today, and it doesn't discriminate. It affects millions of people around the world, from busy professionals to overwhelmed students, from parents juggling life's demands to teens scrolling through impossible standards online. But here's the thing. Anxiety isn't just about worry. It's often rooted in something deeper. A feeling of being out of control in a world that feels unpredictable and overwhelming. The good news? You don't have to control everything to feel calm. In fact, peace often begins when you stop trying to control so much and start focusing on what's truly in your hands. From ancient Stoic philosophy to modern science, we're learning that emotional strength comes not from changing everything around us, but from shifting how we respond to it. And simple tools like mindfulness, intentional thinking, and protecting your mental space can make a huge difference without needing a complete life overhaul. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck in your own head, let's break this down together. Let's explore how accepting uncertainty, staying grounded, and choosing what to focus on can help you reclaim your calm. One mindful moment at a time. Anxiety is one of the most common mental health issues today. Millions of people around the world struggle with it, including adults, teens, and even kids. One big reason? Feeling like life is out of control and nothing you do matters. This brings up something called locus of control, which basically means how much power you feel you have over your life. People who believe they can shape their future usually feel more confident and handle stress better. But if you feel like everything depends on luck or outside forces, it's easy to feel stuck or overwhelmed. The good news is, you don't have to control everything to feel in control. Research shows that peace comes from focusing on what you can do and accepting that some things are simply beyond you. This idea has been around for thousands of years. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We only control our thoughts and actions. Everything else isn't up to us." That wisdom still guides modern therapy today, including CBT. Modern thinkers agree too. Steve Maraboli said real change happens when you focus on what you can control instead of stressing over what you can't. And Wayne Dyer reminded us that worrying about things you can't change just holds you back. Psychologists use a tool called the circle of control to explain this. Imagine 3 rings. The inner circle is what you control: your actions, mindset, and effort. The middle circle includes things you can influence, like how others respond to you. The outer circle holds everything else. You care about it, but you can't change it, like world events or other people's choices. Let's say you're nervous about a job interview. You can control how you prepare, what you wear, and your attitude. You might influence the interviewer's opinion, but you can't control their mood or how many other applicants there are. So give your best and let go of the rest. Or imagine being stuck in traffic. You can control when you leave and how you react, but not the road closures or other drivers. Choosing to stay calm is a form of strength, not weakness. This applies to relationships, work, health, and more. You can control your effort and communication, but not someone else's behavior or genetics or how the system works. Focus on your part and release the rest. History's strongest minds lived by this. Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus stayed grounded in chaos by focusing only on what they could control. Modern stories prove it works too, like Megan, who landed a job by staying focused on her own effort, or Walter, who chose peace over anger when treated unfairly. Therapists use these ideas in treatments like CBT and ACT to help people stop overthinking and start taking action. Athletes use them too. They train hard and stay mentally strong, without wasting energy on things they can't control. Peace doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from choosing where to focus your energy. You may not be able to choose what happens to you, but you always get to choose how you respond. And that choice, that's your greatest strength. Mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment, on purpose and without judgment. It's not about clearing your mind or escaping life, but being fully here, now, with whatever you're feeling or experiencing. That might sound simple, and it is. But in our fast-paced, distraction-filled world, staying present can be surprisingly hard. The good news? With practice, mindfulness becomes a powerful way to find peace and clarity. Science backs this up. Studies show that regular mindfulness reduces stress, boosts focus, and supports both mental and physical health. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and even changes the brain over time, strengthening areas related to memory, learning, and emotional control. For people dealing with anxiety, depression, or chronic stress, these benefits can truly be life-changing. Therapies like mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT, are now widely used to prevent depression from returning. Many also find mindfulness helps them manage anxiety by responding to emotions with calm instead of fear. Wise voices across history have echoed the same message. Peace comes when we stop fighting the present. Jon Kabat-Zinn, a leader in modern mindfulness, describes it as paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. Thich Nhat Hanh says mindfulness helps us come home to the now, where real peace lives. And Eckhart Tolle reminds us that this moment is all we ever really have. The best part? You don't need special tools or hours of free time to start practicing. A grounding technique called 5-4-3-2-1, naming what you see, touch, hear, smell, and taste, can bring you back to the moment in seconds. Mindful breathing, body scans, or simply eating or walking with full attention are all ways to bring mindfulness into daily life. Real-life stories show how powerful it can be. Programs like MBSR and MBCT have helped thousands manage pain, illness, and emotional distress. Companies like Google and Nike use mindfulness to boost focus and well-being at work. Take Sarah, who once struggled with panic attacks. Meditation helped her feel grounded and in control. David found renewed focus at work through short breathing breaks. Maria, living with chronic pain, discovered body scan meditations gave her a healthier way to cope. In the end, mindfulness isn't about having a perfect mind or stopping difficult emotions. It's about learning to sit with life exactly as it is, moment by moment. It gives you space to breathe, think clearly, and respond with wisdom. So whether you're stressed, distracted, or just want to feel more connected to yourself and the world, mindfulness is a path forward. Start small, take a breath, notice what's happening right now, because this moment is the only one you truly have. Just like we care about what we eat to stay physically healthy, it's just as important to be mindful of what we feed our minds. Constant exposure to negativity, endless scrolling through bad news, and comparing ourselves to others online can slowly wear down our mental health, like junk food for the brain. But when we choose content that inspires, educates, or uplifts us, we build a stronger, healthier inner world. The truth is, negative information has real effects. A survey of over 250 therapists found that nearly all of them believed news consumption harms mental health. And research shows that just 14 minutes of watching negative news can increase anxiety and sadness, especially when people feel powerless to change what they're seeing. This kind of media overload can even cause physical stress symptoms like tense muscles, trouble sleeping, and a weakened immune system. Experts warn that doom scrolling creates a cycle of worry that's hard to break. Social media makes things worse for many people. Studies show heavy use of platforms like Instagram and Facebook is linked to higher rates of depression, loneliness, and low self-esteem. With so much curated perfection online, it's easy to feel like you don't measure up. In fact, a recent study found that nearly half of teens believe social media hurts their mental health, and the number is rising, especially among girls. But there's good news. Positive input really helps. Research shows that optimism can reduce stress, improve heart health, and even boost the immune system. People who regularly consume uplifting content tend to feel calmer, more hopeful, and better able to handle life's challenges. Positive emotions also help us think more clearly, connect with others, and grow emotionally stronger over time. Think of your mind like a garden. It grows whatever you water. If you fill it with fear and negativity, you'll feel anxious and stuck. But if you feed it hope, learning, and peace, you'll grow strength, joy, and resilience. As one saying goes, water your dreams with optimism, and you'll grow success. You can start taking control today. Limit how much news you consume. Read a short summary instead of watching hours of coverage. Set times when you unplug completely, like during meals or before bed. Take a break from social media. Even a weekend off can make a big difference. Unfollow accounts that drain you and follow ones that inspire or teach you something new. Use app limits or turn off notifications to protect your focus and peace. At the same time, feed your mind with good stuff. Read books that lift you up or share powerful stories. Listen to podcasts or music that energize you. Watch films that remind you of the beauty in the world. Spend time outside. Nature has a proven calming effect. Talk with people who support and challenge you in good ways, and practice gratitude daily. Just a few minutes reflecting on what you're thankful for can shift your mindset toward peace and abundance. Real-life examples show this works. The growing digital detox movement proves that stepping away from screens, even briefly, can improve sleep, lower anxiety, and increase happiness. More companies are helping employees manage their media habits to reduce burnout. Therapists often suggest cleaning up digital diets as part of mental health recovery. And the rise of good news websites shows more people are seeking out positivity because deep down, we all want a healthier mental diet. It might sound strange, but setting aside a specific time each day to worry can actually help reduce anxiety. Instead of letting anxious thoughts take over your whole day, this simple trick keeps them contained to a short 10 to 15-minute window. It's a technique used in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, one of the most effective ways to manage anxiety. People who try it often find they have fewer intrusive thoughts and feel more in control. During this worry time, many people also write down their thoughts. Putting worries on paper helps make sense of them, sometimes even revealing possible solutions. Research shows that expressive writing improves mental health, especially for those feeling overwhelmed. It turns fuzzy, nagging fears into something clearer and easier to handle. Sticking to a timer also helps with time management and eases that constant feeling of being swamped. Once your worry time is up, you move on, maybe with a quick breathing exercise or a mindful moment to reset your focus for the rest of the day. Wise words remind us why this works. As Alan Loco said, "Don't believe everything you think. Thoughts are just thoughts." And Jodi Picoult put it perfectly. Anxiety's like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you very far. By giving worry a set time and place, you stop it from taking over your life. Real-life examples show how powerful this can be. One woman with anxiety started writing down her worries every evening for 15 minutes, and slowly, they became less intense and less frequent. A student dealing with exam stress tried the same thing and found he could focus better while studying. Even some companies now encourage short reflection breaks as part of wellness programs, knowing that mental clarity boosts performance. The goal isn't to stop worrying completely. Everyone feels worried sometimes. But by giving worry its own space, you take back control. This small habit creates a mental boundary that lets you live with more peace, focus, and freedom. When you're stuck in overthinking, it can feel like your mind is going in circles with no way out. The best way to break free? Take action. Even the smallest step forward can help. It might sound too simple, but studies show that doing something, anything, can snap you out of mental paralysis. Research on decision-making shows that too many choices or too much thinking actually makes it harder to act. One famous study found people were more likely to make a choice when given 6 options than when given 24. That's why taking small steps matters. It cuts through the overwhelm and gets you moving again. Even tiny wins can make a big difference. Studies show that small accomplishments boost mood and motivation by releasing dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. This idea is used in therapy for anxiety and depression. Sometimes you just need to start doing, even if you don't feel ready. Action leads to momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Wise voices throughout history have said the same thing. Lao Tzu reminded us, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Mark Twain suggested breaking big tasks into smaller ones and starting with the first. Productivity expert David Allen says, if something takes less than 2 minutes, just do it. Like replying to an email or picking up a sock. These tiny actions often lead to bigger progress than you'd expect. In real life, small steps really work. Someone struggling to clean their home might start by putting away just one item each day, and slowly, things begin to change. A person with social anxiety might start by saying hi to a stranger, building up confidence over time. James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, is built on this idea. Consistent, tiny actions lead to big results. Even doing just one push-up or reading one sentence can get you started and keep you going. Even startups use this idea. They launch a basic version of a product, called a minimum viable product, rather than waiting for perfection. By taking action and learning along the way, they move forward instead of getting stuck. The lesson is clear. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the full plan. Start small. Take one step. Do one thing. Momentum will follow.